Debout Congolais, unis par le sort, unis dans l'effort pour l'indépendance. Dressons nos fronts, longtemps courbés, et pour de bon, prenons le plus bel élan dans la paix au peuple ardent. Par le labeur, nous bâtirons un pays plus beau qu'avant, dans la paix, citoyens. Entonnez l'hymne sacré de votre solidarité. Fièrement, saluez l'emblème d'or de votre souveraineté. Don béni Congo, des aïeux Congo, au pays Congo, bien-aimé Congo, nous peuplerons ton sol et nous assurerons ta grandeur. 30 juin au doux soleil, 30 juin du 30 juin, jour sacré sois le témoin, jour sacré de l'immortel, serment de liberté que nous léguons à notre postérité pour toujours.
Murakoze. Nkuko mubizi mwese icyaduteranyije hano.
For all of you, you might know why we're here.
Twaje guhesha icubahiro.
We came here to remember and to give respect.
Intwari yacu ndetse nabo batabarukanye bose ndetse n'abamubanjirije.
To our hero who died in the past few days, including those that died with him.
Late General Makanika.
Our late General Makanika.
So uko gahunda imeze rero.
So today's program,
turi buze kubiyegereza mwese.
We are going to welcome everybody here today.
Turaza kumva ubuhamya.
We are going to listen to some testimony.
Turaza ndetse no kuganira.
And then we'll have a discussion.
Turaza kubwirwa n'amakuru.
We're also going to be talking about, they'll tell us about the news or the updates about what's happening.
Kandi turaza kugira open conversation.
And then we'll have an open conversation.
Ikindi haraza kuba video shooting.
And then there will be a video shooting.
So nuko gahunda imeze.
And that is the program.
Hari abatwandikiye nyine basaba umwanya basaba amajambo.
There are people who wrote to us wanting to have a word.
Hari n'abandi bayakwiriye batarinze banayasaba.
And there are those who will have an automatic right to talk.
So we will try our best kugira ngo buri wese
We'll try our best to accommodate everybody.
Avuga ikiri ku mutima.
So that they can talk about what they have at heart.
Kandi intego nyamukuru yatuzanye hano.
The most important thing that we're here for
ni nka zitatu.
It's about 3 things.
Kwibuka,
to remember,
kumenya,
to know,
kugira ico dukora.
And to know what needs to be done.
So kandi ibyo byose birakorwa.
And everything, all those 3 things will be done today.
So rero tudatwaye umwanya.
Without taking too long,
turabiyegereje mwese.
We welcome all of you.
Cyane mpera ku rubyiruko.
Especially the youth.
Kaze cyane mwese.
Welcome to today's event.
I'm so happy to see these young kids.
I'm very happy to see the young ones.
Ndishimye cyane.
I'm very happy.
Ibi nibyo tuba twifuza.
This is exactly what we would wish for.
Kuko twebwe dufite igihe gito kiri imbere ariko bariya nibo bafite kirambuye cyane.
Because for us, we are passing, we're a little bit older, and the young ones will be the next generation to take over.
Kandi kindi,
and then,
nuko uko tuza tunabazana,
every time that we come here and we bring them,
niko bagenda bamenya.
They will learn one thing. They will keep learning one thing or another.
Ndetse tukagira bakazakurikirizaho turi.
So that they can take over from us.
So rero ico ni ikintu ciza.
That's very good.
Hano turi kumwe n'abayobozi b'urubyiruko, hariyo vice president ya Recho.
We have the governing team of the youth here.
Dufite Deborah umubitsi.
We have Recho and Deborah.
Abandi Nanje.
And as well,
abandi wenda ntibarashika.
And some of the committee members are not here yet.
Twiyegereje vice president wacu Muhana Etienne
we
Bizimana.
welcome our Vice President of the city, Etienne.
wohaguruka turi mu kiriyo kandi turakora ibintu byose turi free mube free kuko tura celebrating actually ntago twaje kurira cyangwa kubabara.
Even though we are mourning, but this is not exactly why we are here. We shouldn't be crying. We should be remembering and rejoicing for the service that is provided.
Cyane pe kuko urupfu rw'umucunguzi ntiruzaruriza ahubwo rutera ibyishimo.
A hero's death is not a death that makes people cry. It's a death that makes people hope.
So rero mukomere,
be strong,
kandi mubohoke mu mutima,
and then feel free in your heart,
kandi duhumurizanye mu magambo,
ensure that we talk to each other in words
atwubaka,
so that the words can build us.
Twiyegereje umukuru wa bode Douglas.
We welcome Douglas as well.
Twiyegereje abarwanashaka ndi kubona hano.
I welcome the team of Agwanashaka.
Twiyegereje mama Shuja.
We welcome Mama Shuja as well.
Sinkunda je kumwita mu izina ryiwe ariko nzamwita Mama Shuja.
I called her Mama Shuja.
Na Madame Dr. Hariya.
And Madame Doctor.
Twiyegereje Alexi.
We welcome Alexi.
Twiyegereje umusaza hariya.
We welcome our Desire.
Desire njenza ntinya kumwita Desire kubera ko ni umusaza kabisa.
I call him old man.
Yeah. Desire.
Yeah.
Ugerageje gusubiza amaso inyuma.
Looking back.
Azaza.
He always come.
No, sinzi uyu munsi none ko abana babasize.
He always come with the kids.
Ngaye. Desire ni ntangarugero cyane.
He's an example.
So nukuvuga ngo yaje ntaza asiga abana biwe.
Every time he comes he brings his children.
Niyo mpamvu za nkwita muzeye cyane.
That's why I call him muzeye.
Ntuye.
Welcome to ye.
Na urakaza.
Welcome to.
Perezida w'urubyiruko Aime turakwiyegereje kandi duhora tugushimira buri munsi.
Youth President Aime, we continue to thank you as well.
Cyubahiro hariya Muhasha kandi congratulations.
And Cyubahiro, congratulations to him.
Yeah. Urumva izo ni izindi ntwari zihazivuka buri munsi Imana ishimwe.
Those are new heroes who are being born.
Niyegereje abantu bashasha umuvandimwe hariya.
We welcome new people.
Artem se?
Artem.
Urakaza neza muri Amerika.
We welcome you in America.
Cyane cyane hano iwacu muri Arizona.
Especially here in Arizona.
Twiyegereje abavandimwe hariya nabo.
We welcome our brethren.
Twiyegereje abavandimwe kuva kure hariya Chandler.
We welcome
ni
our brethren
Gilbert.
From Gilbert.
Chandler na Gilbert, yes. Ndatekereza twiyegereje n'abari inyuma hariya ku buhanga bw'ibyuma Mahoro.
Welcome those who are behind the screen.
Hariya Papa Maye ndetse na Bizoza. Twiyegereje n'aba bashitsi bashiki bacu.
Welcome our visitors to sisters who are visiting.
Ndango muri bashasha cyangwa
only one person is new here.
N'abashitsi muri abashitsi kaze cyane hano iwacu muri Phoenix. So ndibaza twese twiyegereje na mushiki wacu hariya. Ndango nibwo bwa mbere duteranye.
I think it's the first time.
Ariko ntacu tiri bijyanyuma. Twiyegereje abandi bose basigaye n'urubyiruko.
Everybody else who's here is a youth from
kandi abenshi tuzatubana.
Most of the time we are with them all the time.
Ndabiyegereje mwese.
I welcome you all.
All right. So uko turi bubigenze rero.
This is how we are going to do it.
Ntabwo tuzoza turindira abantu tutazigiye bazira kandi twahanye gahunda.
We are not going to be waiting for people whom we do not know when they will be here.
So nkuko twabivuze dufite kugeza saa 2.
Since we said that we're going to finish at 8 today.
Ariko turatangira cyane tuvuga ndahamagara abayobozi b'urubyiruko bagenzi banje batambukana imbere.
I'm going to call upon our committee, the youth committee members to come up here.
Bakiri gutambuka.
When they are coming.
So hari abandi bantu tuza gutindira guheza amajambo kuri ubu ngubu kuko dukeneye tubaha ijambo cyangwa se batange ibitekerezo byabo abantu bamaze kuza bose.
So we are going to keep the main speakers a little bit longer so that they can talk when everybody's here.
So aba bashiki bacu muri kubona hano
these two sisters here,
ndetse n'abandi dukorana batarashika hano,
and those that we work with who are not here yet.
hariho na Manuel uri out of country.
There's Manuel who is out of the country.
So na abantu bo gushimirwa cyane.
These are people that we should be thanking for.
Baza bakora ibintu bikomeye.
They do a lot of things, they work hard.
Baza bitanga.
They give themselves.
Bagatanga umwanya wabo.
They give their time.
Ifaranga zabo.
Their money.
So nabo gushimirwa cyane.
We should be thanking for their service as well.
So abandi bantu nshimira.
Others that I would like to thank.
Ni abayobozi b'amakorari.
These are leaders of the choirs.
Abayobozi b'amaministeri.
Leaders of our ministries.
Abayobozi b'akabumbu.
Leaders of a football team.
Abo bose ni abantu.
All of those.
Bari bafite ama activities zabo uyu munsi.
They are supposed to have activities today.
Barazisubika.
But they rescheduled them.
Ako ni agaciro cyane.
And that's a very important thing.
Kandi turabizirikana.
And we are very grateful for it.
Icampa ngo muzahore gutyo.
I wish that we continue to do this.
Bitari igihe gusa c'ibyago.
Which is not only the time that we are mourning.
Ariko ni igihe turi mu buzima busanzwe.
And in a normal time.
Hakazabaho byibuze rimwe.
There will be at least once.
Kandi there is a hope.
I do hope.
Yuko bizakunda.
So that it's gonna be okay.
So rero ndabashimiye cyane kandi mukomere ndetse muzakomeze mutegure n'abandi bazabasimbura.
We thank you and we wish that you could train up other people so they can do exactly what you do.
All right, so ubu nyine ndatanga umwanya.
Today I'm going to give some time to people.
Ndaheza abayobozi b'umuhana.
I'm going to give a word for the leaders of our city.
Kugira ngo bagire ico batugezaho.
So that they can tell us
ibindi
something. We will continue.
Turakomezaho mbere. Karibu cyane.
Mwiriwe.
Good afternoon.
Murambabarira ntago nari mfite gahunda yo kuvuga.
I apologize, I didn't plan to talk today.
Ariko ndatekereza kuko ntoburi ico mvuga kuri uyu munsi.
But I know that I will have something to say because of the day today.
Umusore udafite ico amaze.
A young person who does not have something that he has for the people.
Ararutwa n'umusaza usigaranye umunsi umwe kubaho.
He's less than an older person who only has one day left to live.
Bisobanura gute?
What does that mean?
Kubaho imyaka myinshi.
To be alive for a longer period of time.
Nta kintu uri gukora.
Without doing anything.
Birarutwa no kubaho umunsi umwe wawukoresheje neza.
I'd rather live one day and use that day wisely.
Niko numva nababwira.
And that's probably what I can say.
Rero mwe mufite amahirwe yo kubaho igihe kirekire.
So for those who have a long time to live,
don't just live. Ntubeho gusa. Ubeho uri umuntu ufite agaciro one mu muryango wawe.
Please be there so that you have an important part to play first in your family.
Icya kabiri muri community.
Secondly in your community.
Icya gatatu mu gihugu.
And the third for your country.
Birababaje cyane umuntu gupfa.
It's sad for someone to die.
Ugasanga gusa abantu baririmbanaga muri korali nibo bamuzi.
And you realize that the only people that know him are the people that he sing with in choir.
Ntazwi muri community.
He's not well known in the community.
Nta kintu na kimwe amariye abandi.
He's not as important to other people at all.
Uwo sinzi uko twamugereranya nawe titubeho gutyo.
So I don't think that person, we shouldn't live our lives like that.
Ifo kubaho mu buzima bufite intego runaka.
We should be there, we should live a life of purpose.
Twebwe,
us,
nobody made an application to be born in this family or in this community.
Nta muntu wasabye kuvuka muri no muryango.
Nta muntu numwe wasabye cyangwa wakoze application ngo avuka ari umunyamurenge.
Nobody applied to be born as a munyamurenge.
Neither God did not make mistake kugira ngo uvuke uri umunyamurenge.
N'Imana nayo ntiyakoze amakosa kugira ngo uvuke uri umunyamurenge.
hari abantu bari proud nuko bavutse ari abanyamurenge.
There are people who are proud to be born as
Are
Munyamulenge.
we really proud to be a munyamurenge?
Are we really proud to be a Munyamulenge?
Njewe niyo uvuze umunyamurenge nabi,
For me, even if you say something bad about Munyamulenge,
hari igihe no kwibagirwa ko ndi n'umukristo nkagukubita.
there's sometimes I may forget that I'm a Christian and beat you up.
Kubera ko
Because
bavuze umunyamurenge,
when they're talking bad about Munyamulenge,
ni wewe bavuze.
it's you who they're talking about.
Wari wagera ahantu
Have you ever been somewhere
wamara ugasanga tuvuge ku rugero I travel to Texas.
for example, let's say I travel to Texas.
Ngezeyo ngasanga bari kuvuga Frank neza cyane
When I
cyangwa
get there,
Douglas.
I found that they're talking very good thing about Frank,
Duturanye n'abo bantu,
and we live with those people.
tubana mu ikanisa n'abo
We
bantu,
live and pray in the same church with those people.
tubana muri community n'abo
We
bantu.
live within the community with those people.
What do you think? Uko niyumva, uko ntekereza,
How do you think I feel about that situation at that time?
ndabyishimira, right?
I'll be very happy for it, right?
Rero inzira yose bashaka kuminimizinga ubwoko bwawe,
For every little way that they can use to minimize your people, or
ni
your,
wewe bari kuminimizinga.
but they are minimizing you.
Mu gihe bavuga ubwoko bwacu nabi,
If they talk bad about our people, Abanyamulenge,
even if they didn't mention your name,
habe niyo batavuze izina ryawe,
ariko ni wowe bahaye
they
bavuga.
are talking about you.
So ikintu cya mbere
The first thing,
tugomba kuba proud of who we
we
are.
have to be proud of who we are.
Twarangiza
And then after that,
abandi bantu bakabona kuduha ako gaciro,
other people will give us respect.
ariko tutihaye ako gaciro
If we are not given that, if you don't give ourselves that respect,
nta muntu n'umwe uzakaguha.
nobody's going to give you that respect.
Mufite accent nziza,
You have nice accent,
ariko every single time
but igihe cyose,
the first question they ask you, they be like, where are you from?
the first thing they ask you is, where are you from?
Kuraga ngo ni ikindi kiza gituma bakubaza.
Why do you think they ask you all that?
Ni ukubera ko it's like they are telling you you don't deserve to be in this country.
It's like they're thinking, barakubwira ngo wowe ntabwo ugomba kuba muri kino gihugu.
Iwanyu ni hehe?
Where are you from exactly?
Mwabyumvise?
Got it?
I always tell my kids, nabazanye sinzi aho ahantu bari,
Ndabwira abana banje,
kugira ubuhanya,
to be in a bad luck,
kugira amahirwe make,
to have bad luck,
please muzoza mubivuga, kugira amahirwe make,
to
kugira
have bad
ubuhanya,
luck.
ntabwo ari ukutagira akazi keza.
It's not about having a good job.
Ubuhanya
To have bad luck
mw'isi yose,
in the whole world,
mw'isi yose kuba umuntu w'amahirwe makeya mw'isi,
in the whole world, to have bad luck
ni ukutagira iwanyu,
is to not have
ni
home.
ukutagira gakondo yawe,
It's not to have your own
ni
home.
ukutagira ahantu anywhere you can call home on this planet.
Aho okwita iwanyu.
Iyo udahafite,
Without that, if you don't have that,
uri umuntu w'amahirwe make mw'isi.
you are the most unluckiest person in the world.
Wari wagenda ku kazi
Have you been to the job
cyangwa ku ishuri
or at school
cyangwa ahandi hantu,
or somewhere else,
and you get so stressed,
and you get stressed,
ukaba warushe mu bitekerezo, warushe ku mubiri, uri stressed,
you are tired in your brain, but you are stressed out,
and then you feel like I can't wait to go home, to end this shift and go home.
ukumva nkaho ugomba gutaha mu rugo ngo uje kuruhuka.
Ukumva ukeneye kuja mu rugo kwishima no kuruhuka.
You feel like you have to go home to be happy.
That's how we should feel when we are in America. Niko tugomba gufilinga dukeneye gutaha iwacu.
That is exactly how we should feel here in America, thinking about going home.
Niko kuri.
That's the truth.
Tugomba gufilinga kuko turi so stressed,
We have to think that we're very stressed out
unpeaceful people,
and we're not peaceful,
uncomfortable people,
very uncomfortable,
kugira ngo tuje kuba iwacu.
so that we can dream and go home, our own home.
Kandi iwacu ntituzohaba
And at home, we're not going to be there
uryamye gusa ngo there is some people who are working on it.
in a dream thinking that someone else is working for your home.
If they are killing us,
If they're killing us,
if they are killing our brothers,
if
they are killing our sisters,
bashiki
if
bacu,
they are raping them,
If
our moms,
nimba barepinga abamama bacu,
if they are doing the whole kind of bad things to our brothers and
nimba baba bakora ibyo
sisters,
bintu byose ku bantu bacu,
should we keep quiet?
tugomba guceceka.
Should we keep quiet? Should we eat and sleep and just feel comfortable?
We
That's your assignment.
icyo nicyo kintu cyanyu mugomba gukora.
Niyo mpamvu a person like this hero
That is why a person like him,
wahembwaga amafaranga menshi kuruta ayo uhembwa wowe,
he used to get paid a lot of money more than you are earning today.
wari uyoboye thousands of military,
Yayoboraga abasirikare benshi.
umugabo wari uzwi kugeza no kuri presidence,
The person who was known even by the president,
avuga ngo aho kuguma kumva ibyo bintu,
and he told himself that to hear all of this,
aho kumva barumuna banje n'abakuru banje babatwika,
to hear that his younger brothers and sisters being burnt alive,
on this planet,
muri kuri ino si,
the only tribe
itribu imwe cyangwa ubwoko bumwe,
people can make a barbecue from,
ubwoko nibwo abantu botswa bakotswa kuri barbecue y'inyama.
It's us. It's
twebwe
Abanyamurenge.
baratwokeje.
Abanyamurenge nibo bantu babona,
Banyamulenge is the only person when they see them,
akabona arimo imboga zo
they see a Munyamulenge, they think there's food here, there's meat to be eaten.
ntamubona as a human being,
They don't see us as a human being.
akamubona nk'imboga brushette yorisha umutima.
They see us as people they can burn and fry like a barbecue meat.
And then you guys here in US,
And now we hano muri America,
ngo twicare duceceke,
you sit down and keep quiet.
dutuze,
You feel peaceful,
and then tuvuge ngo ubuzima ni ubu.
and then you feel like wagira ngo ubuzima burakomeje.
It's not.
That's not how it should be.
Ngiye gusoza.
And I'm about to finish.
Ni bande baza akaririmbo
Who knows the following song?
kavuga ngo kibonge chanini vijana walihamia musituni mama. Murakazi?
Do you know that song?
Do you know that song?
Does anybody know that song?
Ba Frank ntibazayiririmba niyo mpamvu mutayizi.
Frank does sing this song, that's why you don't know it.
Cyangwa ba bonke hari.
Oh, Monkey don't sing the kind of song.
Uzi impamvu iyo ndirimbo, uzi abantu baririmbye iyo ndirimbo?
Do you know who sang those songs?
Ni abakobwa nk'aba ngaba.
These are young girls like you.
Abahungu baratabaye baje kurwanira igihugu cy'u Rwanda.
Young boys left and went to help out in the war in Rwanda.
Ngo bagereyo,
When they got there,
uko baha barwanira igihugu,
when they're fighting for their country,
abahungu b'abarezi nkatwe hano twasigaye tutagiye
a
gutabara.
lazy boy who did not go to fight, who stayed behind,
Bano bakobwa bakaza muraguma mukabyimba gusa mu kibonge cya nini,
And then the girls
unavimbia
were
nini
start
kurago
telling-
mukabyibuha gusa.
And these girls-
Vijana wenzenu walihamia wapi? Musituni.
So these girls start telling these lazy boys who did not go to war and say, why are you guys sitting here? You're all fattening up, becoming big. But the real boy are the boys who went to fight in war.
McDonald's zose ni murinshi.
McDonald's, it's us who eat McDonald's.
Burgers aho ziri zose
All the burgers
murahazi.
you eat here is just here.
Za Chinese zose
All
murahazi.
the Chinese restaurants, you know
Nimara
where it is.
ngume gusa negeranye umubiri.
And we're just sitting there eating and getting fat. and
Vijana
fat.
wengine wamehamia
But
msituni.
other boys went to fight for our country.
Nobody kuri iyi si ugukunda. Nobody that loves us.
Nta muntu kuri isi ugukunda nk'atari twewe twenyine.
No one that will fight for you.
Nta muntu uzagwana intambara
Nta
kubera
muntu uzorwanira abanyamurengwe batari twe.
Nobody's gonna fight for Banyamulenge if you are not
You
Banyamulenge.
may not fight on the front line,
Murashobora kutagenda kurwana ku rugamba,
but you can fight in all means.
ariko murwana urugamba mu
Wogwa
zindi
mu
nzego.
nzira zose.
You can fight a war in different ways.
Worwana kuri social media.
You can fight on social media.
Worwana in advocacy.
You can fight using advocacy.
Worwana utanga amafaranga.
You can fight giving up some money.
Inzira zo kurwana ni ibihumbi
There are ways to fight the battles.
That's why we are here.
Niyo mpamvu turi hano.
That's why we live.
Niyo mpamvu turi aha ngaha.
Remember Dr. Freddy, I'm quoting him in two words.
Ndaza kukotinga Dr. Freddy.
Dr. Freddy, when he came here muri mobilization last time,
When Dr. Freddy was here in a mobilization last time,
yatubwiye ibintu
he
bibiri.
told us two things.
Ibyo nibuka, there was a lot. Ariko nibuka
Those are
bibiri.
the two things that I remember.
Yaratubwiye ngo
He told us,
this generation
ngo ino generation yacu,
nimba tutarwanya uburenganzira bwacu
if we don't fight for our own right,
kugeza tubayeho,
if you don't fight for our right until we're here alive,
the generations to come
the generation izaza,
ngo bazovuga ngo ba data na ba sokuru babaye imbwa.
they will tell us that our fathers and our grandfathers were not men enough.
Ntibakoze ibyo bagombaga
They
gukora.
did not do what they're supposed to do.
Ikindi kintu yavuze,
The second thing that he said,
yaduhaye urugero
he gave us an example
rw'ingurube n'inkoko.
of a pork and a chicken.
Ndarangije. Ingurube n'inkoko
A pork and a chicken.
ngo byagiye muri pari.
The pork and chicken went to the party.
Ngo bigere muri pari
When they go to that party,
baracelebra.
they celebrated.
Ngo barangize inyama zirashira n'amagi arashira.
In that party, they ate a lot of, and they finished all the meat and the eggs were finished.
Noneho ngo baravuga ati mutababwira inkoko n'ingurube ati mutabara inyama zashize n'amagi yashize.
And then they told everybody, we need to make sure that we find some food, some meat and some eggs.
Try your best and give us meat.
And they're telling people, we need to bring us meat and eggs.
And then give us eggs.
Bring eggs here.
Ingurube ngo ihindukira n'inkoko.
And then the pig looked at the chicken.
Irayibwira ngo wowe wogira ucyo gusukazana amagi.
The pig told the chicken, you can do something and bring us some eggs.
Ariko njewe
But me,
kugira ngo aba bantu babone inyama,
so that people can get meat,
that will take my life.
they'll have to take my life.
It's a sacrifice of life.
It's a sacrifice of life.
Tugomba gutanga amaraso,
We have to give our blood.
tugomba gutanga ibyo dufite
We have to
byose
give everything that we have
kugira ngo tubashe kubaho
so
nk'abandi.
that we can live like everybody else.
God bless you so much.
God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Is Yvonne Chahukura here? She's not here? All right, let's continue. Urakoze cyane Prezi.
Thank you, President.
Imana iguhe umugisha.
God bless you.
Umusaza Late Makanika yaravuze
Let's Makanika told us
ngo ibyo arimo
what he was doing,
cyangwa se twese ibyo turimo
or especially what we are here for.
ngo turabizi
I know
ngo ntabwo turi abasazi cyangwa abaswa.
we're not fools or people who don't know what we're doing.
So bisobanura ko tutari abaswa twese.
It means that everybody else here, we're not fools.
Turabizi.
We know what we're doing.
Arongera aravuga
And then he said,
ngo ndetse ngo arabizi ko n'ubuzima bwiwe buzagenda cyangwa se azatanga n'ubuzima bwe ku bw'ico kintu.
he also said that he knows that his life is, he's probably going to give up his own life.
Do you know how much he was getting paid?
Muzi amafaranga yageza ahembwa,
He was getting paid a lot of money.
ngo yageza ahembwa amafaranga menshi.
Nta n'umwe muri twese hano
There's nobody around here
waza uhembwa amafaranga afite.
who was earning more money than him.
Nta n'umwe muri twese hano
There's nobody here in this room
wari ufite protection iri personal
who had personal protection
kurusha iwe.
more than him.
Ariko yatanze his life.
But he gave up his life.
He died for us.
He died for us.
He died for you.
He died for you.
He died for me.
Yapfuye kubera wewe nanje.
So rero
That is why
tubiha agaciro.
let's give it a lot more importance.
Ntitubifate gusa nk'aho ari ikintu carangiye.
Let's not take it for granted.
Mwihangane mwese.
Be strong.
Ndabizi byababaje abantu benshi.
I know his death has caused a lot of sorrows,
Ariko kandi
but
ntabwo yari ari kure yacu.
he was far from us.
Yari kure cyane urebye aho turi hano muri Amerika.
He was very far away from us.
Yari ari kure.
He was very far.
Ariko kuri ubu
But today,
ari muri twe.
he is within us.
Azaba muri twebwe iteka
He will
ryose.
continue to be within us.
Ariko se
But
ikibazo
a question,
uzakomeza umurage wiwe
are you going to continue his legacy?
icyo ni ikibazo kuri wowe
And that is a question for you.
uzakomeza umurage wiwe
Will you continue his legacy?
uzakomeza umurage wiwe
Will you continue his legacy?
ndango twese umurage we turawuzi
And we all know what his legacy is.
urukundo
Love
ku bwoko bwe
for his people,
ku gihugu cye
for his country.
tuzakomeza umurage
Let's continue that legacy.
tudatinze
Without delay,
nababwiye ati hari abantu bamwe bakwiriye amajambo kiretse batayakeneye
there are people who are going to talk.
twegereje n'abaje nyuma
We welcome those who came a bit late.
ntabwo ari byiza gukereza
It's not good to come late.
so twarimo tukivuganaho
We were talking about it earlier.
ndetse n'ubu nyine n'ubwo amahoro iwacu karaza kandi vuba cyane
We know that at home we are going to have peace soon.
ese nidutaha
When we go back home,
niki bazatwigiraho bariya baririye
what are the people we are going to find they're going to learn from us
tudashobora no gukipinga time
if we cannot even keep time?
so we gotta think about that
We take it as
yeah so rero tuzoza twubaha gahunda
yeah, let's try to be and keep time, try to keep time.
kurya twubaha gahunda zo mu kazi
The way we respect the time for work,
tuzoza tuzubaha muri gahunda zose bitaraha gusa
let's also make sure that we are doing exactly the same for every other programs.
cyane cyane
Especially,
I'm addressing to young generation
nkondabwira abasore
so we are in America
turi muri America
kandi turi bato
and we are young.
twakagombye kuba dukora kurenza abanyamerika
We're supposed to be working harder than American.
so rero kubw'ubwo ndiyegereza perezida w'urubyiruko
For that, I'm going to call up the president of youth.
kandi buri muntu wese tuba dutambutsa hano ni ukugira ngo atange ihumure ku bantu ndetse avuge kuco azi ku iwacu
Those people that we are calling up here is so that they can speak words that are encouragement,
ndetse agire n'ubutumwa asigira
so
urubyiruko
that they can also have a message for the youth.
so kandi uwo tuzadutambutsa
And if we call upon you,
azoza agerageza akoresha iminota mikeya cyane ibaho
and let's try to make sure that they use up time that's not a long time,
byibuze itarenze 5
no more than 5 minutes.
kaze cyane perezida yeme
President.
Rakoze? Really? Ntabwo ari we wahagarikiye ariko. Murakoze. Ku mazina nitwa Eme Bideri ngira ngo
My name is Eme Bideri.
abantu bamaze kumenya.
I believe some people have already known me.
Reka mbaze mpereze Paul urubyiruko rwose.
Continue to say sorry to our youth.
Ni ibintu bigoye ariko
Condolences is hard, but
tudashobora gukontrola.
we cannot control that.
So tugomba kubyakira.
We have to accept it as it is.
Kendi reka nshimira abantu bakuru.
Let me thank older people.
Ko ndabona bose ari urubyiruko na mama Anastasia nawe.
Youth here.
Nawe ni urubyiruko ngira ngo.
And mama Anastasia is also youth as well.
So njyewe ndashaka kuvuga ibintu bibiri.
I would like to talk about two things.
Ikintu cya mbere ndashaka kunyomoza amakuru tubona hanze.
The first thing that I would like to do is to clean up or to correct the misinformation that's being spread out there.
So ubwoko bwacu bwaratewe iryo si ibanga.
Our people, Banyamulenge, have been attacked. It's not a secret.
Imihana irashira.
Most of our villages have been burnt.
Amatungo arasahurwa.
All our belongings and wealth has been taken by other people.
Abantu barapfa b'ubwoko bwose guhera ku mwana uvutse kugeza.
And our people have died, starting from young kids to older people.
Ariko tuza guterwa n'ikindi kibazo cya bene wacu.
And then we had another fight of our own people.
Bafite imyumvire.
Who has erroneous thinking.
N'uburenganzira bwabo ariko kandi tugomba kubeshuza tukavuga ukuri.
It is their right, but we have to make sure that we speak the truth, we clean out the truth.
So icyo nshaka kubwira urubyiruko rero
What I would like to tell the youth today,
nuko it's okay kutumvikana.
it is okay not to have the same views.
Ni amahoro rwose n'abantu babiri bavukana bashobora
There
kutumvikana
is no
kugenda
problem
runaka.
at all. Even two people who are brothers can have difference in views.
Ariko ntago byakagombye kugera ku rwego rwo kwicishana twenyine.
But one thing that those differences in views should not be the reason why we may kill each other, or our people may be killed because of that.
So ndashaka kubwira abasore yuko please mwirengagize ibyo musoma kuri social media.
I would like to tell our youth that please do not take into consideration everything that they put out there on social media.
Mwegera ababyeyi banyu
Talk to your parents.
mubabaze.
Ask them
Umubyeyi wawe nakubwira ngo iwacu ntihatewe,
if your parent or your dad or mom tells you that we don't have war in our country,
uzabikurikire rwose.
and then you believe your
Ariko ntiwari ukwiriye gukurikira umuntu utazi uri kuri YouTube hashaka ama views
But don't just follow words that people are using on YouTube who are looking for views,
ngo bituma udafasha cyangwa udakora icyo wakagombye gukora.
so that it can stop you from doing what you're supposed to do for your people.
So hari umuntu nabonye hari ubu nyine twicaye muno ari muri telefone yiwe aha yazuminga ifoto iriho abanyamurenge benshi bakagara aha yizuminga aha yareba baribo.
So I saw someone who had a picture on his phone.
Ahangaha
zooming
buno
about
bunyine
people
bunyine.
who are in Kagara, people who
So-
say bad word about Abanyamulenge.
So baturimo
They are here. We are
n'ubu
with
nyine
us.
bashobora kuba bari muno
They are here. They're listening to us.
ariko ni bene wacu,
But there are Abanyamulenge as well.
ariko kuri kurahari kandi abantu benshi barakuzi.
The truth is out there, and everybody knows the truth.
Icya kabiri ndashaka guhagurutsa abarwanashaka bose bari muno.
The second, let me just
Muze.
ask people
Mwihuta
who
cyane.
are Shaka to stand up. Please stand up.
muze.
So all the Bagwana Shaka should stand up and come up here.
So jewe ntabwo mba muri aba bantu
I'm not part of this group
kubera inshingano nyinshi nari isanzwe ngira,
because of other responsibilities that I
ariko
have.
kuva Makanika apfuye nahisemo kuba joining.
Hey. Since the death of Makanika, I chose to
So-
join this group as well.
Icyatumye nshaka guhaguruka hano uyu munsi,
The reason why that I chose to stand up here,
tekereza yuko aha niho hari hakwiriye kuba abantu benshi kuruta bicaye hariya.
I'd imagine this place should be more people than those who are sitting there.
So nimba wemera icyo bano bantu bakora, haguruka uba joining ubu nyine.
If you understand and believe in what this group does, you should stand up and join them.
Murakoze. Turagutegereje nimba ushaka.
So if you really want it, come here, join us. And this is the group that Abagwana Shaka. So for those who do not know what this group is, I would like to keep coming.
Ya mukomeze muze kubatazi iyi group yariyo.
I would like to invite the current president of this group to tell you a little bit about this group.
Ndashaka kwiyegereza president w'aba bantu kugira ngo ababwire abaribo.
He will tell you in a very short, it's not going to take too much time, but he will tell you a little bit. But if you want more, you can join us and talk to us.
Arababwira mu ncamake ubyumva aza atujoining atuzemo.
Mwiriwe neza.
Good afternoon.
Ntabwo dutinda sinari napanze ko bampa n'umwanya.
I'm not going to take too long. It wasn't planned for me to stand up here.
Ariko ndashaka kubabwira ico bita
I
abarwanashaka.
want to tell you a little bit about what this group Bagwana Shaka means.
Abarwanashaka ni abanyamurenge bameze nk'amwe,
Bagwana Shaka, they're Banyamulenge just like you.
bafite amaboko abiri nk'amwe,
They have two hands just like you.
batekereza nk'amwe,
They think like you.
ariko bo bagize ishaka rirenze iryo mwebwe mufite.
For them, they had more passion and love than what you guys have.
Ariko badafite ubushobozi kubarusha.
But they do not have more money or resources than you.
Niyo mpamvu twavuze ngo nta gihe cyo gukerererwa gukora.
That is why we're saying it's never too late to do something.
Even na Bible avuga ngo abaje nyuma n'abaje mbere bahembwe kimwe.
Even the Bible says that those who came before because later they all had the same benefit.
Abarwanashaka ni itsinda ryo muri Mahoro.
Abarwanashaka, it's a subgroup of Mahoro.
Ntabwo bitandukanye.
It's not very different.
Number 1 ugomba kuba uri muri Mahoro.
The first thing, you have to be a Mahoro member.
Number 2 ufite ishaka ryo gukorera iwacu mo.
The more you have to have the passion to want to work for our people back home.
Intego z'abarwanashaka ni zitatu.
We have three reasons to be Barwanashaka.
Guharanira guhagarika ubwicanyi budukorerwa.
To stop the killing of Abanyamulenge.
Kandi buri wese arabizi ko bari kutwica.
And we all know that we are being killed over there.
Ninde wumva ko atari maho ngaho?
Who doesn't think that he's one of that group?
Ninde utazi ko turi kwicwa?
Who doesn't know that we're not being killed?
Hari n'umwe hari?
I think everybody knows that
urumva ko criteria ya mbere murayujuje.
The first criteria you fulfill it.
Icya kabiri ni uguharanira guca akarengane burundu.
The second is to ensure that the injustice is taken away from
Icya gatatu ni uguharanira kuguma muri gakondo yacu.
And the third is to ensure that we have our own home.
Umuntu udafite gakondo ameze nka homeless nkuko Bizimana amaze kubivuga.
You're like a homeless person.
N'umwana muto iyo mucuye ku mu homeless arabivuga ngo uriya ni umu homeless.
Even here when you see homeless you ask a young person, they'll tell you.
So bivuga ngo dufite urugendo rurerure rwo guharanira kutaba ba homeless kuri ino.
We have a very battle to ensure that we have a home.
Intego z'abarwanashaka nizo turabiyegereje, ibindi mukeneye mwansanga nkabasobanurira.
If you need more clarification information, please come and talk to me. I will give you the information that you need.
Murakoze cyane.
Thank you very much.
Barakoze cyane abagwanashaka ariko bakiri hano.
While they're still here.
Yes, bukiri hano cyangwa mukeneye kwicara. Nko kwicara? Okay, abasanzwe mu bagwanashaka twicare nta kibazo. Abandi bakomeze biyandike. Tukiri kwiyandika hari akantu bibagiwe kuvuga abagwanashaka baza batanga $50 cyangwa zirenga. Wo natanga na cheke yawe yose it's okay.
They have a $50 contribution.
Kandi umaze gutanga cheke yawe bazakohereza message ivuga ngo
every time that you put your check
ngo ntubaho. Bisobanura ngo urarenze. All right, turakomeje.
Continue.
Mama Tasha hano turamuheza umwanya.
My doctor want to give her a word.
Ni umugwanashaka nawe.
She's also a mugwanashaka.
Ni umubyeyi.
She's a mother.
Turamuheza iminota 5.
We're going to give her 5 minutes.
Nawe ashikiriza ikiri ku mutima we.
So she can say something.
Urakoze kumpa akanya.
Thank you for this time.
Ntabwo nari nagasabye.
I did not ask for it.
Ariko nari natekereje ko ndi bugasabe.
But I thought about asking for a time to speak.
Murabona ko hano muri abasore mwese.
I see that you are all youth here.
Ariko naje nyine kubera iyo mpamvu.
I came here for that reason.
Okay, ndafashe umwanya munini.
Without taking so much time.
Kuko bababwibza abagwanashaka.
Because they've just told you about the bagwanashaka.
Nimba mubona iwacu bariho uyu munsi yakiri umuntu.
If you see the reason why we still have people back home.
Nuko hari abitanze.
It's because there are a group of people who give themselves.
Kandi uko bitanze.
What they did.
Hari n'abandi bitanze mu bundi buryo nguku nyine mubona turi ino.
There are other group as well who did exactly the same thing.
Kera njewe tukigera n'abantu bose barazaga bakavuga ngo baje bafite intego yo kuvuga ubutumwa ngo baje no kuvuga ubutumwa.
A lot of people have noticed that every person that come here they say when they get to America what
nje narabwiraga nti nukuri iyo ntego nje tayo nzaniumva kandi nta nubwo nzamvuga.
I didn't feel like I have that in me to talk about the word of God.
Ariko musi iwacu intambara itangira.
But the day that the war started at home,
uwo munsi nahise nabwiye umugabo wanje ngo menye impamvu Imana yanzanye muri
And
Amerika.
I told my husband that I know why I was brought to America.
Okay, ntagiye kure.
Without taking too much long.
Murabizi ko iwacu ntitugira abantu na bamwe badusupportinga muri ino myaka yose.
You know that at home we do not have any single organization that helps us at all. There is no UN.
Ta UN.
There is no UN
Izifasha
support.
izindi mpunzi zihe zicwa.
UN does support other refugees except
Nta
us.
munsi numwe baduhaye habe n'ikirengeti cyo kuyorosa.
There is not even a single time they gave us anything.
Nza nibaza impamvu ngavuga ngo none Imana yarabikoze gusa kugira ngo itwereke kuko ariyo yotubeshaho kandi ari
I
itubeshejeho.
ask myself this, why does God permit for this to be? I think he was trying to show us that the
Kandi
only person that can have
itwigishe no gukora.
so that they can teach us how to do it.
Abantu b'iwacu babayeho bararya barambara
People from home used to live a good life
kugeza uyu munsi.
until today.
Intwari nk'izi ziratwitangira
Heroes like these ones came up
ntitwashira.
and they did not finish.
Imana
it,
niyo itubeshejeho niyo ya mbere
only God has protected us,
ariko kandi zikoresha abantu.
but God uses the hands of man.
Nagiraga ngo mvuge nimba ubu ngubu muhaye mubona ko intwari nk'izi zihe zigwa ku rugamba
Now that you're seeing heroes like these ones are dying on a field,
kandi nabo bakeneye abandi bantu behind.
but they need people behind them.
Ntabwo ari ukuvuga ngo mwese mugende ku rugamba.
It's not to say that all of you should go back home and start
Ushobora
fighting.
kutagira uwo muhamagaro
You may not have that calling,
ariko ugakora mu mupfuko wawe.
but you may have a calling or use
Njewe ubushize naravuze ngo nimba abandi basore kamwe
I said if other youth
bahaye bagwa ku rugamba bagatanga amaraso nk'uko batubwiye.
If other youth are dying on a front field,
Ngo-
dying because
inkoko
of
ngo
this,
yaravuze ngo reka igende ishaka amagi iyitanga ku byo ifite.
the chicken said, I'm going to give eggs because that's what I have.
Ariko ingurube yo ngo iravuga ngo kuvuga nanje nzamsibuka ibyo bintu sinza mbireka.
But the pork said, because of that, me, I
Ati
don't
nje
have time
kuvugaga ngo nkontribuwe muri ibi
to-
birori
So me as a pork, the only way that I can contribute to this party,
bagomba kumbaga nyine
they have to kill
nkaribwa.
me and cut me and use my meat to eat.
Nimba abandi baratanze ubuzima bwabo ngo bapfe.
If other people gave up their lives and died,
Umusore wese wicaye hano
every young person that's sitting here,
mwese mwakagombye kuba abagwanashaka ndetse mukavuga ati nimba abakecuru nk'abariya nk'uku kwanje
if you should have thought and say, if all the people are doing this, I
nimba
should be
ntanga
part of
ifaranga z'abagwanashaka
it. If I'm giving money for Gwanashaka,
ngatanga ifaranga z'umusanzu w'amahoro
and then I give the contribution from our
ngatanga n'izindi
and
ntobabwira.
then I give other money,
Wowe musore cyambere abasore hano ni bake muri mwebwe mufite mortgage.
you as a young, you don't have a lot of expenditures. You don't
Abenshi
have
aha ni abasore bakiri mu mazu
a lot
y'ababyeyi.
of youth here still live with their parents.
N'udafite umubyeyi hano aracafite abarumete babana.
And those who don't have parents have roommates,
Bivuga ngo n'amabils yanyu ntangana
which
n'ayanje.
means even your own bills are not as much as my bills.
Mwari kumva ko ntiyahaguruke bariya gusa bahagurutse.
Yeah, I think we should get people to, you should be part of this group than the young ones are.
Mwebwe namwe nimba mufite ishaka nk'umutima w'intwari nka ziriya zumva ko zotanga ubuzima bwayo kubw'abandi ngo tubeho.
If you're passionate about your home and if you're passionate enough like these heroes, you should be part of that group as well.
Abagwanashaka niba batanga 50 buri kwezi hejuru y'izi z'amahoro.
If Gwanashaka give extra $50 on top of the $20 that Mahoro gives,
Mwebwe kubera ko abo mungana aribo bari ku rugamba bahaye bapfira ubwoko.
you as a youth, because the youth are the one who are fighting on a field,
Nje numva ko umwana wese uri hano cyangwa umusore wese mbita abana kuko mwese aha ngaha no babyara.
I feel like you as kids, and because I know I can be your mother here,
Mwakagombye no gutanga ijana mukavuga ati nje kuko ndi umusore.
you're supposed to give even $100 a month.
Kuko dufite inkomeri zidaharugwa hariya.
Because we have a lot of young ones who have been injured. On the
Zidafite
field.
naho zivurirwa.
They don't even have hospitals where to cure them.
Mwakagombye nibura kuvuga ati njewe ngiye buri kwezi nzoza ntanga amadolari $100.
I should have probably think that you should take a decision and say, even per month, I will probably giving $100.
Nimba uzofata extra shift
If you're going to take an extra shift,
mukaza mutanga ayo
so they
mafaranga
can give that $100.
cyangwa se basi niyo 50 nkatwe abakecuru
Even
dutanga
the $50 that we are giving
mukaza
should be
muyitanga
enough.
ya buri kwezi.
That should be one of the things we should be thinking about.
Abumva ko bo babagwanashaka,
Those who really want to be part of the
abumva ko
Bagwanashaka,
boshigikira bariya basore
those who
batwitangiye,
feel they can contribute and help those people who are fighting.
ntihagire usigara wicaye,
Please don't stay back.
ntihagire
and
usigara
sit.
wicaye rwose, mwongere muhaguruke. Abakobwa ejo bundi mwabonye abakobwa muri Kenya bagiye ku rugamba,
Especially the young girls, you saw a lot of young girls in Kenya who stood up and went back home.
hari umugore wabwiye umugabo we ngo nagende. Mutekereze kubwira umugabo we ngo agusige.
There is a wife who told the husband that I'm going to the front.
Umugabo aranga ngo yanga, afite umwana w'amezi ane aragenda.
So the wife told the husband to go and help out, but the husband refused, but the wife decided to go and he left the child at home.
Uwo mukobwa bamugaruriye muri Kenya, ntabwo bamugaruriye muri Uganda, ntabwo ari amakuru.
That young girl was returned from Uganda. It's not propaganda. But
Nimba
it's
abandi bahaye bumva iryo shaka rigurumana mu mutima,
if other people have that passion within them,
abakobwa muri hano,
young girls like you,
what can you do?
what can you do at this time?
Hariho abakobwa bakeneye support.
There are girls who need your support.
Ahubwo nimba mutaje no mu bagwanashaka,
I think you should come and join the
mwakagombye kuorganiza na groupe yanyu y'abakobwa nkuko abamama tworganiza groupe z'abamama,
If you don't want to join the Bagwanashaka, at least you could create your own group of young girls
mukumvisha kabitari ibintu byo kuvuga ngo ni ibi bya hano, ngo bikabajya mu mutima.
so that that cause can go into your heart.
Ubwoko bwacu ko burashira,
Our people are dying.
ariko Imana ishimwe kuko tutazoshira kubera intwari
But
zatwitangiye.
thank God we have heroes like these ones who are fighting for us.
Turiho kandi tuzobaho.
We're there, we'll continue to live.
Yaravuze ngo turi amadubu.
He said we are bears.
Mu cyumweru cya nyuma, speech ye ya nyuma,
The last speech that the general gave,
yaravuze ngo tuzohaguruka nk'amadubu.
he said that we're going to start and fight like bears.
You need to be part of that.
You guys need to be part of it.
Umuntu wese agomba kumva ko ari idubu.
Everybody should feel like they're bears.
Kuba idubu ntabwo ari mu kanwa.
To be a bear, you don't have to.
You need to
say it.
sacrifice something.
You have to participate.
Abasore muri hano mwovuga ngo makedona zinga mu kwezi nzareka kurya makedona kabiri cyangwa za Chipotle cyangwa ibindi muzamujya.
People, if you decide not to go to McDonald's or Chipotle once a month,
wobona contribution yo ku
you
kwezi.
will get the $20 to participate.
Online boxes ziba mu wanje nimba namwe abanyabanyu abandi basore muzamuzikora.
The
Online boxes baza baparika imbere y'inzu.
that they buy online, the Amazon boxes.
Amazon boxes every day in front of the house.
If you stop buying things on Amazon for a month,
Uvuze ati ndaskipinga once a month sinzagura ikintu,
if you skip at least once a month that you don't gotta buy something on
wobona
Amazon,
contribution.
you will get that contribution.
Tuvuge ku badafite n'utuzi kuko ndabizi mwe benshi muri abanyeshuri.
Yeah, let's say those who work.
Uvuze ngo ndareka gusiga inzara kangahe,
If you say you're not gonna go to the salon for your nails for once,
wobona amadolari ijana.
you'll get $100.
Murabona nanje nubwo nkuze,
Even me, now that I'm a little bit older,
sinkuze cyane.
I'm not that old.
Abagore tungane bose baza basiga inzara.
The women who are the same age as me, they go to salon.
Naje nigeze kuzisiga,
And I also did the same.
ariko ndavuga sinoza nje gusiga idolari 80 buri gihe ngo nagiye kogesha amaguru cyangwa gukoresha inzara.
But I decided not to go to salon to clean my feet because of that.
Undi muntu nansaba ngo mama nti womfasha amadolari 20,
If someone called me and said, "Can you give me $20?"
mubwire ngo ntayo mfite.
and I'll say, "I don't have it because I've used it for the nails."
Ukuye narabitekereje numva ni n'icaha.
I even thought about it and think it's a sin.
Nobikora byose mbishoboye, ariko nimba ntabishoboye noreka kimwe ngafasha undi muntu.
I can do that once, but if I don't, I'll have to at least once.
Murakoze. Iyi ni invitation yo kuvuga ngo umusore wese uri hano, umukobwa uri hano, mwiyandikishe. Murakoze.
Everybody should join that group.
Urakoze cyane mama Tasha.
Thank you very much.
Urakoze. Tugiye gukurikizaho igikorwa twababwiye kare, wenda baje kare muri liste y'ibyo dufite. Tugiye gushuringa video.
We are going to do the second part. We're going to start shooting a video.
So hari abantu batekereza ko kwitanga cyangwa se kuba intwari ni ugutanga ibyo ufite gusa.
There are people who think that to be heroes is to give up everything that you have.
Ariko wokoresha n'impano yawe ugatanga umusanzu muri ubwo buryo.
But you can use your talent and use that talent and do the hero work as well.
Hano dufite bonke haguruka bo
Right now we have Bonke here.
na n'umugabo wa Nseko ari hano nawe haguruka mu bakomera amashi aba bagabo bazi kuririmba kundusha bukeya
These people know to sing a little bit better than me.
naje ngira akaririmbo kuri YouTube ariko kanze kuzamuka
I also have a
Ntimukazi?
channel.
murakazi kandi kabaye famous cyane
I know that song is famous as well.
gashobora kuba karusha ama views indirimbo ya Frank imwe
That song is had more views.
anyways aba bagabo babiri nibo bafashije mu gikorwa ca Gatumba Memorial
These young men helped in Gatumba Memorial.
baririmba indirimbo zihumuriza abantu
They sang songs that are.
Espoir Rutare hariya
Espoir is over there.
haguruka nawe
Stand up.
nawe uri intwari cyane
You're also a hero. Espoir.
nawe afite indirimbo yakoze ya Gatumba
He also has a song.
niyo kenshi bakunda gukoresha muri Gatumba
That's a song they use for
so
Gatumba.
kubw'iyo mpamvu
For that reason,
na Frank
and Frank,
hari indirimbo yakoze araza kuzivugiraho mu minota mike natambuka imbere
he's gonna talk about it
iyi ntwari yacu
for this.
so baraza kudiminga amatara nk'uko babikoze buri muntu wese afite buji akabuji gahari agakendo get that candle
I think everyone has a
muzitaninge
candle.
on
Please turn on the candles.
and then ibindi bikurikira turashuringa video turashuringa video
We are going to shoot a video.
turakurikiza ama instructions aduheza ndetse na Chris
We are going to follow
and
instructions.
then nirangira turakomerezaho ibindi
And then after
murakoze
we'll continue.
Yes. Ndagira ngo babanze bacana amatara ho gato.
Can I ask for the lights to be turned on a little bit?
Aya ngaya.
The lights here, please.
Yes. Murakoze. Turashimye kubw'uyu mwanya muduhaye.
We thank God for this time that you've given us.
Ndashimira ubuyobozi bw'urubyiruko.
I thank the committee of the youth.
Nabasabye uyu mwanya barawuma.
I asked for this time and he gave it to me.
Nanjye mbanje gutanga pole ku banyamurenge bose.
I'm also giving condolences to all the Banyamulenge
Kubw'ibihe bitoroshe turimo kunyuramo.
for everything that we're going through.
Nkunda kubwira abantu ngo mwihangane ejo ni heza.
We tell people to be strong because tomorrow is going to be good.
Ntatinze nk'uko yari abivuze.
Without taking too much time.
Uyu mubyeyi niwe nigeze kubaza niwe wigeze kunsubiza ico kibazo.
This mother here told me about that question.
Nigeze kumubaza ngo ese kubera iki abana b'abanyamurenge dufite abanyempano benshi.
I asked that why is it that young men of Banyamulenge have talent?
Ariko tugira ahantu tutajya turenga.
But there are places that we do not go.
Yaba muri gospel yaba no muri zindi mpano
Whether
zitandukanye.
it's in gospel sings or other gifts.
Hari ahantu tutajya turenga.
There are places that we cannot go.
Ni ibintu njya nibaza kenshi nkumva kubera iki ntashobora kurenga ahantu.
I keep asking myself, why is it that I cannot go past this line?
Abaririmbyi bakomeye kubera iki batajya barenga hano hantu.
Our great singers, why is it they cannot go past this line?
Yaransubije sinzi niba byibuka.
She answered me, and I don't know whether she remembers it.
Arambwira ngo impamvu nuko nta gihugu mugira.
She answered and said the reason why you don't go past that line because you don't
Nabyumva cyane.
You don't have a country.
Rimwe na rimwe n'abagerageje kugira ibyo bageraho bikomeye bikitirirwa ibihugu by'abandi.
Even others, whenever they get so much success, that success get called different names, other countries.
Ariko Imana ishimwe ko igiye kuduha igihugu.
But I thank God because He's giving us a country.
Yes. Rero natinze.
Without delay.
Hari indirimbo nakoze muri iki cyumweru.
There is a song that I created this week.
Yo guhumuriza umunyamurenge.
That is a song that's supposed to comfort Abanyamulenge.
Yo kumusubizamo ibyiringiro.
So that they can give you hope back.
Ndetse ivuga no ku ntwari yacu.
And that song says a little bit about our hero.
Ntago dutinda.
We're not going to be long.
Baraza kuzimya ayo matara hanyuma muze gucana ayo mabuje mufite.
They are going to turn off these lights and then you should start the candle up.
Kugira ngo abawitanze katapfa kugira ngo tuze gufatikanya.
So that we can do it together.
Akandi kantu ka nyuma.
The last thing.
Sinzi abaririmbyi twakoranye ejo niba bari hano baze.
I don't know if there are singers that we sang so they can come up here.
Ndashaka abantu muri mwebwe bashaka kunyemerera.
I would like for people if they can accept.
Hari impapuro mfite hano.
There are papers that I have here.
Nibiza kugushokera urarumfatira hanyuma urufate gutya kugira ngo turubone
So
kanzibasomere
these papers, I would
ya
like you
muzibahe.
to have those papers and have them
uru
displayed.
nguru uru rwanditseho ngo turi amadubu.
This says we are bears.
uru rwanditseho ngo kugeza ku mutonyi wa nyuma
This says,
twirwaneho
until the last drop of blood, twigwaneho.
turi amadubu.
We are bears.
Save Murenge,
Save Mulenge.
ejo ni heza Murenge.
Tomorrow is good to Mourning.
Makanika.
Makanika.
uru rwanditseho ngo uje iwabo ntawe umutungira itoroshi.
This says that if whoever going home, nobody needs to light the torch for him.
Ya n'izindi muragenda mubisoma abaza kunyemerera bazifate noneho baze kwegera nk'ahandi imbere hari amatara.
So we'd like people to
Muraba
come and
mugize
hold
neza
here.
cyane. ntacyo bitwaye aba umuntu wese urukende barumuhe hanyuma muze hano imbere tuze guhagararana turirimbane indirimbo ya nk'abana batoya n'abandi b'abasore bakuru ntacyo bitwaye. Yes. Yes, ntago ari nyinshi cyane murambabarira. Hanyuma twegere na hariya gutya noneho mudusigire umwanya wo hagati. Yes. Ndibaza ari ibyo. Kri, ready? Ready? Okay, abandi bagiye kuzimya. Noneho mutuzimize amatara abandi muhaguruke nutwemerera ucana akabuji ufite. Duhagaze. Murakoze Imana ibaho umugisha. Muze kuducana kugira ngo tuze kuboneka twose. Yes, murakoze cyane muraza kugerageza muyazamure kugira ngo aboneke. Imana ibaho umugisha. Kri, are you ready? Okay, let's go.
Humura sinakutaye.
Bamuhaye sample muheze original. Yes. Mugihe bari kubikora mwotwemerera buri muntu agapapuro afite akagasoma byaba ari byiza. Reka mbahe microphone amuheze original ariyo dukoresha muri ambabarira. Yes.
Okay. Reka nsome ijambo bampaye. Uje iwabo ntawe umuntu ntawe umutungira itoroshi. Ndasubiramo. Ya. Uje iwabo ntawe umutungira itoroshi.
Ejo ni heza Murenge.
Twirwaneho.
Turi amadubu. Uje iwabo ntawe umutungira itoroshi. Uyu ni ejo ni heza Murenge. Uyu nawe ni turi amadubu. Uyu ni kugeza ku mutonyi wa nyuma. kugeza ku mutonyi wa nyuma twirwaneho turi amadubu save Murenge ejo ni heza Murenge Makanika.
Kugeza ku mutonyi wa nyuma twirwaneho turi amadubu save Murenge ejo ni heza Murenge Makanika.
Ejo ni heza Murenge.
Twigwaneho
kugeza ku mutonyi wa nyuma
ejo ni heza Murenge.
Kugira ngo nabo hariho twasize.
Indirimbo baracari ko bayishakisha ntirabura ariko mwihangane mu gihe dutegereje indirimbo. Abantu badafite amakendozi muze kwatsa amatelefone yanyu nabyo nta kibazo kandi yes kandi okay kandi turacafite umwanya wose mukomeze mwe muyishakishe nta kibazo take your time. Turacafite umwanya wose kandi turaja kugera muri section y'urubyiruko twiyegereje pasiteri kaze cyane uzuca bugufi cyane ugakabza nka kujya kwa Makanika na Yesu neza kandi turabigukundira. Ni nawe mu pasiteri cyane ukunda kubana natwe mu rubyiruko mu bapasiteri bose mu mukomera amashi ahubwo tuzomushakira izina tuzomushakira akazina ntabwo twomwita idubu gusa nimba tuzohuza idubu n'intare bihuye byoba gute. Twiyegereje na perezida wacu mumukomera amashi cyane. Twavuze ngo hano ntitwaje kubabara twaje kwishima kuko twahawe ubuzima. Hari uwitanze ku bwacu kubw'igihugu cyacu. So kubw'iyo mpamvu twebwe nk'urubyiruko hari ibyiringiro kandi hari icyizere yuko tuzabaho kandi tuzakibamo dutuje dutekanye. Hari abantu cyane cyane abazi Bibiliya barandusha. Ese wa wundi wagwanyije isezerano agakurikira abantu b'isezerano ninde? Farao Pilato. Ya ni Farao ya. Umva yagwanyije abantu bifitiye isezerano kandi bakamubwira ati Imana yabavuzeho bazotaha tuzobafata burundu. Aguma arinangira. So kandi twese turabizi Imana yatuvuzeho. Ubyange ubikunde ubyemere ubishigikire ubireke it's okay tuzakibamo uzadukurikira hariho zatanganika hariya. So bisobanura iki? We have to have a hope kandi iyo hope igatuma dukora cyane. So ntabwo gusa twagihawe gusa ngo no actually twaragihawe turagifite. So twakomeje.
Yes kadukoreshe sample nta kibazo kubera ifite intuza nini gigabyte nini yanze kujya mahari ariko sample ni bimwe nta kibazo. Murakoze. Okay sawa mude volume.
Humura sinagutaye, humura sinakwibagiwe, mu cyimbo cy'umwijima uzaniye umuco. Humura sinagutaye, humura sinakwibagiwe, mu cyimbo cy'amarira uzaniye indirimbo. amaraso yo mu minembwe aravuga mwumva, amaraso yo mu mikenke aravuga mwumva, amaraso yo mu rurambo aravuga mwumva, amaraso yo mu mibunda aravuga mwumva.
bwoko bwanjye mufite amakuba impande zose, bwoko bwanjye munanijwe n'ibihe, umwijima w'icuraburindi urawuditse, ariko humura ufite isezerano, zabashumbusha imyaka yariwe n'inzige, gakondo nasezeranye basogokuza, zayibaha muhure bwoko bwanje, murenge humura ufite isezerano.
Generale Makanika uzahora mu mitima yacu, ntituzibagirwa imirimo wakoreye ubwoko bwacu, murenge humura ufite isezerano, murenge humura ufite isezerano. Amarira turira ni menshi, agahinda ni kenshi, ariko murenge we humura, murenge humura, murenge humura, murenge humura ufite isezerano.
Humura sinagutaye, humura sinakwibagiwe, mu cyimbo cy'umwijima uzaniye umuco. Humura sinagutaye, humura sinakwibagiwe, mu cyimbo cy'amarira uzaniye indirimbo.
tuzabona intwari z'umurenge zishwe zizira uko zaremwe, zishwe zizira ubwoko, tuzababona murenge humura, tuzabona generale Rukunda Michel Makanika, wabaye agakiza k'umunyamurenge, wabaye agakiza k'ubwoko, wabaye agakiza ka gakondo. Tuzabona Koloneli Musore, tuzabona Boneri, tuzabona Mugunga, tuzabona Mwungura, tuzabona Ruboneka n'abandi bose bishwe kugira ngo umunyamurenge abeho, bishwe kugira ngo tudatakaza gakondo. Imbuto mwasize mubivye zirimo gushibuka, murenge urakabaho, humura murenge, ejo ni heza.
Humura sinagutaye, humura sinakwibagiwe, mu cyimbo cy'umwijima uzaniye umuco. Humura sinagutaye, humura sinakwibagiwe, mu cyimbo cy'amarira uzaniye indirimbo. Amaraso yo mu minembwe aravuga mwumva, amaraso yo mu mikeke aravuga mwumva, amaraso yo mu rurambo aravuga mwumva, amaraso yo mu mibunda aravuga nkumva humura sinagutaye humura sinakwibagiwe mu cyimbo cy'umwijima uzaniye umuco
banyemerera tukazamura ayo mabuji hejuru
humura sinagutaye humura sinakwibagiwe mu cyimbo cy'amarira uzaniye indirimbo.
murakoze Imana ibahe umugisha.
arakoze cyane Frank.
Thank you very much, Frank.
Ati bakuzaniye ihumure muhumurike
Be strong.
muhumurike
Be strong.
mutwakiriza amatara.
Can you turn on the light, please?
aho amaraso y'inzirakarengane yose yamenetse
Where the blood of the Banyamulenge people we lost,
aravuga Imana ikumva.
the blood talks and God will listen.
nta munsi n'umwe amaraso y'inzirakarengane
There is no way the blood of Banyamulenge
azavuga ngo Imana ireke kumva.
will talk and God will not listen.
Imana iguhe umugisha Frank.
God bless you, Frank.
Alright, tugiye kuja muri section ikurikira.
We are going to go in the next section.
So umuntu tuzoza dutambutsa azoza agerageza akoresha iminota vuba vuba.
Those that are coming up front, let's use.
Turatangira na little introduction
We're going to start with a small introduction.
y'uburyo turi abanyamurenge uko byatangiye mu ncamake mu magambo ahinye.
A small history about our people Banyamulenge in
Wenda kuburambuye turaza nitugera muri section ya open debate cyangwa se open conversation.
For further details, we're probably going to discuss that in an open discussion.
So Billy Gipanga tambuka imbere
Let's welcome Billy.
aducishe mu ncamake
He will tell
ya
us
history.
a little bit, a summary of the history of Banyamulenge.
arakoze perezida.
Thank you, President.
mbere yo kwanga mvuge gatoya kuri aya makuru
Before I start talking about this,
reka nshimire abantu bazanye abana babo.
let's thank those who brought their children.
Kwigisha abana ni byiza mu rugo,
To teach our children is good.
ariko no kuzana abana mu bandi kugira ngo bigane n'abandi ni byiza.
Bringing children so they can mingle and make connection with other children is good.
Nabonye abana baje hano ari batoya.
I see a lot of children who came here younger.
Nshimira ababyeyi babo
And
babazaga.
I thank the parents who brought them here.
Rero ndatwaye umwanya munini.
Without taking too much time,
ntabwo kwitwa abanyamurenge ari ikintu twihaye
to be called Banyamulenge, it's not something that we decided to have.
cyangwa se ari ikintu twanagizemo uruhare cyangwa se abakongomani
It's not even something that we had to take in.
kwa ngo twitwe abakongomani.
To be called Congoman, people from Congo.
Umukongomani wese ni kimwe n'undi.
Every Congolese person is equal just like everyone else.
Ntawe urusha undi ubukongomani.
There is nobody who is more Congolese than another person.
Nta n'undi urusha undi kuba muri Congo cyane kurusha uwundi.
There is not even somebody who is going to stay there believed in Congo more than the others.
Izina kwitwa abakongomani gatoya ukuntu byatangiye.
To be called Congolese,
nkuko yabivuze wenda haraza kuba ikiganiro kirambuye.
We may have a little bit more time to go further into details.
Kandi hariho n'abandi bari hano benshi bazi kubindusha.
There are other people who are here who knows this more than I do.
Baraza kumfasha kwa ngo tuze muri ico gihe ca debate kubidiperinga.
They will help me out to give further information.
Kongo yagiye abami cyangwa se abadekuvura baje kudekuvura
people who discovered Congo,
bagiye bagera muri Congo.
they went and got into Congo.
Harimo ba leopard,
The leopard
n'abandi benshi.
and others.
Bageze muri Afrika kuko cyari igihugu kiri aho ngaho.
When they got to Africa, when they get to Africa,
batangira gushaka kuciyitirira.
they start calling. They wanted to appropriate to appropriate the country to themselves.
Kubera ko bare barabavuye muri za Europe, bavaga mu bihugu bitandukanye muri za Belgique.
And these are Europeans coming from Europe and coming to Africa.
Bagashaka kubyita agace bafata bagashaka kwitira ko ari akabo.
Every places they got to, they wanted to call it theirs.
Bitangira guteza imvururu hagati yabo.
And the Europeans start having quarrels among themselves.
Igihe byateje imvururu hagati yabo barashuvuga ngo ni kuki turwanira mu bintu twasanze.
After fighting amongst themselves, they ask themselves, why are we fighting for this, which is a country that we just found here?
Mureke tubigabane neza.
Let's divide it among ourselves.
Kwa ngo tubirye bitunejeje.
So that we can have it without having to quarrel about it.
Niho hakozwe conference muza mwumva ni conference de Berlin.
This is when they decided to have a conference. This is a conference called Berlin Conference.
Conference de Berlin yari ifite yabaye yatwaye amezi 3.
The Berlin Conference took 3 months.
Yatangiye muri November 15th kugeza February 26.
It started of November 15th, February 26.
Muri iyo conference yigwagamo ibintu bitatu.
And that was in 1885. In that conference, they tried to get to 3 things. They wanted to talk about 3 things.
Kuko wa mwami Leopold nababwiye yari afite imbaraga nyinshi.
Because the King Leopold was a stronger king.
Yari yigaruye igice kinini ca Afrika.
He had a bigger piece of Africa.
Icambe cyari ukuvuga ngo ahantu hose Leopold yise ahiwe.
The first thing was to say that every places that King Leopold called his,
ntihagomba kuba hiwe gusa.
it doesn't have to belong to him by himself.
Mureke dushaka uburyo tuhagabana.
Let's decide how to divide it.
Ikindi,
the second thing,
hari ukuvuga ngo ahantu hagiye hafatwa
it means places that they've been to,
bahanexe cyangwa bashire hafi y'ibihugu byabo.
They wanted it to cut it so it is closer to their own countries.
Nimba ari aba Belgique bara mu gace runaka ko muri Afrika,
if the Belgium are in one area of Africa,
bakite ko ari akandi gace ka Belgique ariko kari ahandi hantu.
They will call it another piece of Belgium, but it is in Africa.
Kugira ngo biza byita ibihugu byabo ariko bibarizwa ahandi mundi mugabane.
This is to ensure that it is their country that is a different continent.
Uko niko Afrika yaje kugabana.
And this is how Africa got divided.
Kandi igitangaje nuko bagendaga badekuvura ahantu badekuvure.
The most important thing is every places that they went to,
bakasanga abantu basanze bakababwira mu kirimi cyabo.
Every place they went, they talked to those people using their own language.
Abongereza bakavuga icyongereza, abafaransa bakavuga ifaransa.
The French spoke French, the English spoke English to those people.
Hari ibintu babasinyishaga ngo na matriri.
There are times where they made them sign treaties.
Akagusinyisha ikintu tumvishije.
They made them sign things that they did not know.
Kubera ko batumvaga ururimi bavuganaga nabo.
Because they did not know about the language.
Bagasubira iwabo kuri basebuja.
And they went back to the kings.
Bakababwira ngo abangaba kino gihugu twacicishije cyacu.
They report to them saying that this country belongs to us now.
So uko niko Afrika igabanywa.
And that is how Africa got divided up.
Imbibi zigabanwa muri Afrika mu gihumbi kimwe magana 885.
In 1885.
Twebwe nk'abanyamurenge cyadusanze muri Afrika, muri Congo.
Us as Banyamulenge, when the Africa got divided, we found ourselves in the Congo.
Ico gihe nico gihe ibi bihugu twita 55 bya Afrika byabayeho.
That is when the African countries as we know it was divided that time.
Nico gihe hatangiye kuba tandukana y'u Rwanda, Burundi, Congo.
That is when names like Rwanda and Congo and Burundi were created.
Twebwe nk'abanyamurenge twari muri Congo kimwe n'abandi bakongomani bose bavuga izindi ndimi zigiye zitandukana.
And then us as Banyamulenge, we found ourselves in the Congo like every other Congolese.
Dero nta murabizi byagiye bibaho byinshi abantu bashaka kutwamba uburenganzira bwacu.
You may know or may not know that there are a lot of periods where they wanted to take away our nationality.
kutaduha uburenganzira bwo gutora,
They did not want, there are periods where they did not want us to vote.
kutaduha uburenganzira bwo kwiyamamaza mu myanya kimwe n'abandi bakongomani,
There are periods where they did not want us to be candidate to any post.
ko batwita ko turi aba étranger. Ntabwo turi aba étranger muri Kongo.
We are not foreigners in Congo.
Turavuga abakongomani kimwe n'abandi
We are
bose.
Congolese just like every other Congolese.
Kandi icyo nza nshimira Imana
What I thank God for,
nuko ntitwigeze tubaho mu buzima buhutaza abandi,
it's because we've never been harmed to other people.
tubaziza ko tubana nabo,
And we've never been harming other people because we live with them.
ahubwo twababereye neza, twarabakaniye,
We've been good to them. We've been good to our neighbors.
twabigishishirije abana,
We taught their children
ariko kubera ubugome n'imbuto mbi yagiye babibwamo,
that because of hatred and other things that they did not like or love us,
bakatwanga batwita abo tutari bo.
they did not like us and call us names that did not belong to us.
Rero iyo ideology yo kwita umuntu utari wo kugira ngo umukorere ikintu cy'urukozasoni cyangwa kugira ngo umwice urubozo,
So the idea of calling a person a name or something that he's not so that he can do harm to him,
niyo mpamvu zakwirwanaho zagiye zivuka.
and that is why we have groups like Twigwaneho
n'izindi zazibanjirishije.
and even other groups before the Twigwaneho movement.
Hari ikintu kimwe Dr. Kanyiki yavuze yari ari hano,
There are one thing that Dr. Kaniki said when he was here.
yaravuze ngo aba bane bacu turabakunda.
He said that our people, we love them.
Iyo avuga bene wacu n'abaturanyi tubana muri Kongo,
He said our neighbors who are the Congolese like us, we love them.
tuzabana nabo
We will live with them
kubw'ineza,
in good times.
ariko ineza nidashoboka nabwo tuzabanaho mu bundi buryo.
If we don't live them in good time, we'll live with them in different ways.
Kubera ko ikintu utokora ntiwonyakuri wo kugira ngo ngire uwo ushaka kungiraho.
Because you cannot just take my identity away and give me an identity that does not belong to me.
Ibyo ntibizashoboka.
And that's not going to happen.
Kuko Douglas yitwa Douglas tumufata ngo umwite Billy,
Just because Douglas is called, you cannot just decide to call him Billy.
niko naje tumufata ngo unyite umurundi cyangwa umunyarwanda cyangwa umuzimbabwe.
That is why you cannot just decide to call me and give me a different nationality that I am not.
Ndi umukongomani,
I am Congolese,
ikirenzeho ndi umunyamurenge.
and then I am Munyamulenge as well.
So nako gace gusa nashaka ko babwira gatoya ku buryo twabaye buryo, kandi nabikorera abana bacu bari hano kwa ngo tumenye impamvu abantu babaye abo bari bwo.
That is a summary, a small summary. I know it's not much, but it's a small summary of who we are and how we are in Congo.
Ariko muri make ntaho twigeze dusaba kwitwa umukongomani.
But in short, we've never decided to or asked anybody to be Congolese.
Kandi tuzaharanira kubana n'abandi bakongomani mu mahoro bose.
And we'll continue to be Congolese as we continue.
Murakoze.
Urakoze cyane Billy.
Thank you, Billy.
Tugerageze dukoresha umwanya twese abo dutambutsa mukoresha umwanya vuba murase ku ntego.
So those that are going to come here, please be short.
Muri Congo,
In Congo,
tuzabana n'abavandimwe bacu b'abakongomani y'andi moko
we will live with our brethren Congolese
mu mahoro
in peace.
angana n'ayo bazaduha.
The peace that is exactly the same amount of peace that they will give us.
Nibaduha amahoro menshi,
If they give us a lot of peace,
tuzayabanamo.
we'll leave them in that peace.
Nibaduha amahoro make,
If they don't give us enough peace,
tuzayabanamo.
we'll live with them in that way.
Nibaduha intambara,
If they give us war,
tuzayibanamo.
we'll be with them in war.
Nibatwica,
If they kill us,
tuzapfana.
we'll die with them.
Nibadukiza,
If they save us,
tuzakirana.
we'll save them together.
Niba baba abagizi ba nabi,
If they continue to do bad to us,
tuzaba abagizi ba neza.
we'll be good people to them.
Nuko karibu cyane umusaza
Let's welcome
Desire mu minota itatu.
in 3 minutes.
Mwiriwe.
Good evening.
Minota 3 biragoye kuvuga ariko ndagerageza.
It's very hard to speak in 3 minutes, but I'll try.
Mu byukuri murabona ko naje nambaye nk'utagomba gufata ijambo.
Please forgive me. I came without not being dressed like someone who's supposed to talk today.
Narinzanye gusa abana kugira ngo babe muri kino giterane.
I only came to bring the children here.
Ariko kubera ishaka no gukunda abasore,
because of the passion and the love that I have for the
numva
youth,
naje hari ikintu gito nabasangiza uyu
I
mugoroba.
feel like I need to say something this afternoon.
Ndashaka kuvuga kongera ku byo Billy yararangije kuvuga.
I'll try to add to what Billy said.
Ndashimira Imana yuko ndi umunyamurenge.
I thank God because I'm Nyamulenge.
Ndashimira Imana yuko Imana yahiswemwo yuko tuvukira muri Kongo.
I thank God because God decided to put us in Congo.
Kandi ibyo ngibyo nta regret mbigiramwo rwose.
And God does not have any regret in that.
Ndashaka kubaza ni bande bavukiye muri Kongo?
Who are those who were born in Congo?
Wavutse muri Kongo apana ukomoka muri Kongo.
Someone who is born in Congo, not someone who come from Congo.
Murabona yuko ni twebwe bake, murakoze cyane.
We are very few here.
Abenshi bari hano
Many of those
ni abakongomani ariko bavukiye mu nzira.
They are Congolese who were born on the way, on en route.
Kubera iki bahavukiye?
Why did they born away
Icyo
from
ngicyo
Congo?
nicyo kintu tugomba kwibaza.
And that is the question today.
Mutuze.
Please.
Ngarutse ku ntwari yacu Makanika n'abandi bose batabarutse.
Coming back to our hero and those who departed.
General yavutse mu mwaka w'igihumbi kimwe magana cyenda mirongo irindwi na gatanu.
The general was born in 1975.
Nyuma y'imyaka 19 gusa,
at 18 only,
yumva yuko mu Rwanda hariho ubwicanyi bw'abantu barengana kubera uko bavutse uko baremwe.
He heard that in Rwanda, which is a neighboring country, there are people who are being killed because of the way they were created.
Ava muri Kongo aja gutabara kugira ngo ahagarike ubwicanyi mu
He
Rwanda.
decided to leave his own country, Congo, and went to help those people in Rwanda.
Rimwe na rimwe ni byiza kugira ngo tubwire abantu amateka bayamenye
I
neza.
think it's important to tell people the history so that they understand.
Muri 1996
In 1996,
baba genocidere bakoze genocide mu Rwanda baja muri Kongo.
those genocidaires who committed genocide in Rwanda fled to Congo.
Batangira kwica abasa natwe abanyamurenge abasa n'abatutsi bo mu Rwanda.
When they reach Congo, they start to kill other Tutsis who looked like Tutsis in Rwanda.
Ndabyibuka twebwe twari dutuye Buvira ico gihe.
I remember we used to live in Uvira that time.
Ndatekereza ni twebwe twavuye Buvira banyuma naho twaje duherekejwe na UN n'imodokari zibiri z'abasirikare kugira ngo duce muri plane yari irimo interahamwe nyinshi.
So I remember us fleeing our home countries, fleeing to Rwanda. We are the last remaining in there, and we were running away
Ico
from
gihe
these people.
twagendaga baratubwira ngo turyame hasi interahamwe
They
zitatubona.
used to tell us to hide under the car so that people cannot kill
Ico
us.
nico cyakuye General n'abandi kuja kuhagarika ubwo
That's the
bwicanyi.
reason why the general left his own country to go and fight for those people.
Nyuma yaho mu 2004 ubwo abanyamurenge bicwaga muri mu Gatumba,
In 2004, when Banyamulenge were being killed in Gatumba,
ahitamwo kuva mu gisirikare kandi cya Kongo aja kurema umutwe bita Gumino kugira ngo ababyeyi ntibongere kwicwa.
he decided to leave the Congolese army that he worked for and went back in Mulenge to start a group called Gumino, which were fighting to protect Banyamulenge.
Nyuma y'icyo gihe gitoya abaza kumvikana na leta baravuga ngo ubwicanyi ntibuzongera asubira kandi mu gisirikare cya
After
leta.
that, they had an agreement with the government. He decided to rejoin the government to work.
Aragenda bamutuma yaje aja gutabara turutse Walikale mu 2018 nibwo bamutumye Walikale.
In 2018, he was sent to Walikale to do his work.
Aho naho yaragiye guhagarika ubwicanyi bw'abahema n'abandi basa n'abatutsi nkatwe.
He was also going there to protect the Hema people. The Hema people are also Tutsi people that look like us.
Yarayoboye ingabo nyinshi ziruta twebwe turi hano n'abandi benshi bari
He
hano.
was the leader of many soldiers.
Mu 2000 igihe twatangiraga kwicwa guhera mu 2017 ava aho ngaho aja gutabara i Murenge.
From 2017, when they started burning and killing us, he decided to leave the army again and then went back to Mulenge to join
asiga ibyo byose
He left everything behind.
aragenda asanga abaturage batazi kurwana arabahuza abagira amadubu.
He went and found young men and men back home and decided to train them.
iyo twibuka umugabo nk'uyu,
That's why every time that we remember a man like him,
yakoze ibyo njewe ntakoze nawe utakoze.
he did what you and I did not do.
Rero uyu munsi
And today,
nashaka kugira ngo mbasabe nk'abasore ibintu bikeya.
I would like to ask you as you few things
nshaka no gusoza.
before I finish.
Muri Congo turi minority.
In Congo, we are a minority.
Uko batubwiye abaturanyi bacu ntibadukunda bose baza baterana kugira ngo batwice.
Just like what they say, our neighbors, our tribes that we live together, they do not like us. That they go together to ensure that they.
Kandi abo benshi badusanze no muri Congo.
And most of those people even came and found us where we were.
Mwumva ko gasuzugura baba bashaka kudusuzugura.
That is what we have to understand today.
Abantu badusanze muri Congo ngo bashaka yuko ngo tuva muri Congo tuje he hanze.
People who came and found us in Congo now are saying that you guys should leave and go somewhere else.
Iyo abantu ari minority hari ibintu bagomba gukora.
If you are in minority, there are things that you should do.
Kugira ngo mubeho kwa kundi mwene data yabivuze umuyobozi w'urubyiruko ida babikunze cyangwa batabikunze tubane.
In order to survive, whether they like it or not, there are things that you should
Ikintu
do.
ca mbere mwiyubaka mwimbaraga.
The first thing you have to build a force within yourself.
Nukuvuga ngo mugakereya resistance abantu bose baza bakabatinya.
You need to create a resistance so that everybody should know who you are and be scared of you.
Twirwaneho tukayubaka ikabukombe ku buryo nta muntu uzazongera kandi kuza kwica ababyeyi cyangwa kudusuzugura iwacu.
Twirwaneho should be built so that it is a force that everybody should be scared of.
Icya kabiri bubakwa n'ubumwe.
The second is to have unity.
Abanyamurenge tugomba kuba umuntu umwe.
We have to be one as Abanyamurenge.
Tukumva yuko umwanzi wacu n'umwe.
We have to understand that one enemy is one.
Kandi tugomba kumugwanya twese turi hamwe.
We have to fight that enemy as one, as a unit.
Icya gatatu tugomba kurangwa n'umuco.
The second, we have to have character.
Turi bakeya ku buryo tutakwafodinga yuko abasore bacu bicwa n'ibiyobyabwenge hano.
We have to ensure that our youth do not go into drugs and other
turi bakeya ku buryo abantu mutaje abasore mutagendera mu businzi mukibagirwa the big picture yacu nk'abanyamurenge.
We are very few, so we have to ensure that our youth do not go into ways that are going to distract them.
Ahubwo ikintu cyakagombye kuturanga ni ibintu bibiri nk'abantu bari muri diaspora.
Two things should be characterizing us.
Icyambere ni ukwiga cyane tukagira ubwenge bwinshi.
The first thing, we should study more and have a lot of knowledge.
Tukaja mu mafildi atandukanye.
We need to study and go to different fields.
Ubu ngubu technology niyo ntambara iri kurwanwa iwacu.
Right now technology is the subject and this is the thing that's being used as a war.
Icyamba ngo tugira abasore baje kwiga technology ku buryo ababyeyi batazongera kwicwa na drone.
I wish we could have young men here who are going to study technology so that we can fight in our country.
Icyamba ngo abasore batanagiye iriya baje mu gisirikare bige ariko bafite intego yo kuzatahana ubumenyi bukaje iwacu.
I wish that our youth today should go in military here in the States and learn more so that they can go one day back home.
Ikindi kirangwa kugira ngo twige tuba abanyabwenge cyane.
The other way, if we can study and learn and have a lot of knowledge,
ku buryo bazajya baza tugiye mu gihugu bakavuga ngo nta wundi muntu twashashira muri uyu mwanya hari umuntu wize uturusha twese.
So that every time that they're looking for people to take over position in the Congress, they should look at us and say, these people have the knowledge and should be taken over.
Abayisraeli nuko niko babigenje.
That's what the Israelites are today.
Ubu ngubu baravuga ijambo muri Amerika niyo mpamvu uzumva niyo mpamvu Amerika ibakunda.
Why do you think the Jews or the Israelis
are genius?
It's because they're geniuses.
Ntabwo babaho batabafite kubera ubumenyi bwabo.
That they're very important to this country. That's why, because of their intelligence.
Icyanyuma minority igomba kurangwa naco.
The last thing that minorities should think and have in their characters
ni ugukora cyane tukubaka ubutunzi.
Is to work hard and build wealth.
Bazavuga ngo money talks, amafaranga ntagira kanwa.
Sometimes they say money talks.
Ariko amafaranga abageza kuri byinshi.
Money and wealth sometimes help you to get to where you are.
Ndabashishikariza gukora cyane.
I'm encouraging you to work hard.
Ndabashishikariza kwiteza imbere cyane.
I'm encouraging you to
kuko nitwiyubaka mu bukungu tuzubaka iwacu neza bitworoheye.
Wealth here will build back home.
soza ndazi ko narengeje mu myaka 2 nagira amahirwe yo kuja muri Israel.
To finish, I had a chance to go to Israel.
Tugenda twari tugiye muri mission trip ya church.
We went on a church mission trip.
Impamvu ngiye kubivugira muri no setting ndagira ngo mubyumve cyane ishari nagize ngeze aho hantu.
I'd like to speak to that so that you can understand my emotion. My jealousy, a good jealousy.
Turagenda tugeze mu ndege twagiyemwo twari mutiri kumwe n'abana b'Abayisraeli babaruta hano benshi cyane.
In the plane we had a lot of young Israelis who were
twari turi kumwe n'abantu babyeyi barabyibuka abo twahuriye.
We were sitting in a plane with the parents here.
Hotel twari turi kumwe yari yuzuyemwo abana b'abajuife gusa.
In that hotel the hotel was full of young Jewish people.
Maze ngira curiosity ndababaza ngo niki cyabazanye niki cyabaye hano. Habaye convention y'urubyiruko.
I decided to ask him, why are you guys all here? Is there a youth convention here?
Baratubwira ngo ababyeyi bacu.
They told us that our parents
buri gihe muci
every summer
bajya batwohereza ngo tuje iwacu.
They always send us to go to our home country in Israel.
Ndabongera ndamuza muzamuja gukora iki?
And then I asked them, what do you go to do in Israel when you come in summer?
Muza gukora hano ha.
What do you do here in summer?
Ati tuzanwa n'ibintu biri. Abo ni abanyamerika b'abajuif batuye hano.
And this is what they said. They said these are young American but who are Jews, and they said this is.
Baravuga ngo tuba tugiye kwiga igisirikare.
We come here to learn military art.
Kuko tugomba guharanira waba uri kure waba uri hafi ugomba guharanira kudefendinga ubutaka bwawe.
Because whether you are here in Israel or somewhere else, you have to fight for the Israeli right.
Icyakabiri kirajana buri sama.
The second thing that they go there every summer.
Bajanwa no kwigwa umuco w'iwabo.
They're told and they're there to learn about the Jewish culture.
Kuva uwo munsi navuye aho hantu numvishije ishari ryuzuye umutima wanje.
And from that day I was so jealous in my heart.
Ndavuga ngo mana yanje twebwe tuzagera ryari nzajya mfata abana banje bajane muri vacation iwacu.
And I prayed and said, God, when will I be able to take my own children?
Bigira icyifuzo mu mutima wanje.
And I had that in my dream.
Kandi ndashimira Imana yuko tugiye kuzabigeraho.
And I thank God because you're almost there.
Rero Imana ibaho umugisha.
God bless you.
Turabakunda kandi n'ikindi gihe cyose tuzabashigikira murakoze.
Urakoze cyane. Urakoze cyane. Tusigaje iminota mikeya ngo tuje muri section ya kabiri.
We're almost there so that we can go to second session.
Tuzagituramo.
We will live in that country.
Dutekanye.
In peace.
Ikibazo kiza kiba.
You know what happened?
Nuko ushidikanya kandi ngo hari umutipe babwiye.
It's just because you have doubts.
Ndabicogiye bari bafite inzara. Wenda abazasoma za Bibiliya cyane baraza kubimbwira. Baramubwira ngo ibyo kurya ngo bizoza ibintu gutyo. Umutipe arashidikanya. Amara gushidikanya baramuhanurira baramubwira ngo muzorya ibintu gutyo. Arangize arashidikanya. Amara gushidikanya uzicamubayeho. Aramubwiye ko ushidikanye kutawemera Imana kwizivuga. Uzabibona tuzobirya. Muzi cabaye?
You know what happened?
Arabibona biraza. Imara karakuza no ashaka kuja ngo kugwana ngo kugira gute? Kurya. Ariko bari bamubwiye tuzobibona ariko ndango niwe wari wabaye aho gukandagirira carpet. Baramuhonyoye nza ntekereza ko bashobora kuba baramuhonyoye arahonyoka. Sinzi niko ntekereza kubera kutizera icyo Imana yavuze. Ese urizera nawe ko tuzakibanamo?
Do you believe that we'll get home?
Urabyizera?
Do you believe that?
Ntabwo tukwinginga ngo ubyizere.
We are not asking you to believe it.
Imana yadusezeranyije ko yaduhaye igihugu.
God told us that we have
kandi ico gihugu tuzokibamwe mu mahoro.
Peace.
Ubyizere,
whether you believe it,
ubireke,
whether you don't believe
tuzakibamo.
We'll live in that.
Kandi nutabyizera,
if you don't believe in that,
sinzi nimba uzobipine.
I don't know if you're going to get
ariko ndabyizera ko mwese muri hano murabyizera ndetse n'abadukurikiye online barabyizera tuzakibamo.
I believe that you believe in it.
Dusigaje abantu babiri.
Two people left.
Kugira ngo tuje muri section yacu.
And then we're going to go into the section.
Uwa mbere ni perezida w'umuhana natambuka imbere mu mukomera amashi.
The first one is going to be the president.
Iwe ni n'umusirikare iwe ni n'umusirikare mureke murareba aza arasa ku ntego akababwira icyo yifuza. urakoze.
Things very fast. Let me thank you first. You did very good to come. If I wish this could happen every time, it would have been better. I'm going to give you a program to remember our heroes or heroes who died on war. It will continue. We will stop a little bit on the 17th. At 8 o'clock tonight, we are going to Zoom meeting. There are other people who are going to come to talk. There are older people who tell us stories. There are other people from different states. We welcome you guys to be in that Zoom meeting. The second, one thing that I always say is to fight against division so that we can be one as a unit. The things that we want to fight right now is to remove those divisions. Right now, the division, the Kagara, they are writing letters and even put names on those letters. If you see a letter like that, don't even believe in it. They're just creating things. Yesterday, Arizona men, we decided to fight against Kagara, to push it away, so that it doesn't divide us. If you see someone who is in Kagara, when you see him coming, tell him that we don't need you, you can go out. A man from a Kagara group, if he has a wedding, young people, don't go to that wedding. A person who's dividing people is devil. You have to get away from him. Be away from him. If he comes in, don't give him a chair. We have to fight them. We have to fight them so that they can leave us alone. You see them on the pictures. They decided to give him names, people who don't like Banyamulenge. I think everybody saw that. Let's fight against Akagara. If your father is a Kagara, you get away from him. Let's work in unity and in love, and that's what we're going to fight against the enemy. If there's this division, you're already defeated. If we are unit, they're always going to win. Even if you're few of you, but if you're unit, you're going to win. What I wish for the youth here, be one and be united. Do not have people talk too much. The group of Kagara have different ways. We have to fight them and remove that group from among us. Thank you very much. We are going to prepare the Zoom at 2 so that other people can be here. Thank you.
Arakoze cyane Perezida. Nimubona agiye hari ibindi azaba agiye gutunganya.
If you see him go because he's going to.
Impamvu basiga hano.
The reason why I live here.
Nukugira ngo musigare mutunganya.
So you can continue.
Izagize gutari. Nukugira ngo dukomerezeho gutunganya ibitunganye.
We have to continue to do what he wants us to do.
All right.
Okay.
Ntimubona ko mwishimye.
You see why you are happy.
Titwareka kwishima dufite impamvu.
We have a reason to be happy.
Umubabari wo ujana n'umuntu ariko dufite.
The sorrow is there, but we have hope.
Alexi Nkunda
Alex Nkunda.
atambuke mumukomera amashi. Uyu musore,
This young man,
uyu musore ntabwo yatangiye kuba umurwanashaka hano muri Amerika.
he didn't start to be Mugwanashaka here in America.
Yatangiye akiri mu nkambi.
He started it when he's still in refugee camp.
Atangira ntaco afite.
Without anything, he started
Kugeza na
fighting.
n'ubu afite akazi.
Right now he has a job.
Aracakomeje kuba umurwanashaka.
He continued to be
Mumukomera amashi.
M23.
Oye.
Twigwane oye.
Twigwane oye.
AFC
Oye.
oye. Ntabwo ari crime kubashigikira.
It's not a shame to support them.
Bakwiye gutega ishemwa nabo.
We have to be proud of them
Kuko kabarahanira kubaho kwacu.
because they're fighting for our survival.
Rero murakoze.
Thank you very much
Kuba mumpaye n'umwanya ku munsi mukuru.
for this time.
Zatumwita ngo B7.
We call him B7.
Donc nikuba niyo signal yiwe ariko
That's his signal.
Rero kuba naje mumpaye n'umwanya ndabashimiye.
I thank you for giving me this opportunity
Bashimira ku bikorwa byiza mukora.
and thanking you for everything that you do.
Buriya abadutwaye B7 wacu
Those who took away our hero,
bakoresheje uburyo bukomeye.
they use a very important way of taking him away.
Abatazi zira drone ngo na amadrone bazibita ngo na CH4.
These are the drones that used to kill him. They're called CH4.
Ziri mu madrone ahenze muri kwisi.
These are very, very expensive drones.
Ibombe ryayo rishobora kuba rigwa ama $300,000.
One bomb can probably cost about $300,000.
Ngo bikora kuri Google birahari.
You can find that information on Google.
Yavuye Kisangani yagiye ku birometero ndibaza ni nka birometero birenga 700.
This drone came from Kisangani, which is about 700 kilometers away.
Bije kwica afande Makanika.
They came with the sole purpose of killing our afande Makanika.
Buriya si Makanika gusa bashaka kwica kiri muri Makanika.
They didn't really want to kill Makanika as a person. They wanted to kill the Makanika as an idea.
Ariko ntibishe ikiri muri Makanika.
But they did not kill the Makanika idea.
Ikiri muri Makanika ni ukuvuga ko tugomba kubaho.
What is within Makanika is we have to be there, we have to survive.
Tugomba kwibohora.
We have to liberate ourselves.
Nico nshaka kuvuga kwibohora.
And this is what I want to tell you, to liberate ourselves.
Video ya B7 yavuze yanyuma yaravuze ngo
the last video that Afandi said,
tuvuye mu kwigwana tugiye mu kwibohora.
He said we are done with auto defense, we are now going to liberate ourselves.
Kandi muzi ko kwibohora kugeze ndibaza ni abazi neza bira bice kugeze Uvira.
And you know that for those who knows, the liberation movement is almost closer to Uvira.
Donc dutegeza gukomera.
And it's going to continue.
Ariko igikomeye cyane kugira twereke abantu badutwaye afande wacu nuko
the most important is to show the people who killed our afande.
Nugushigikira abibohora.
We have to support those who are fighting for us.
Nugushigikira abagwa abashaka ibaze ko mwisi nitwe twenyine turibwa mwisi.
In the whole world, we are the only people that get eaten alive, that get burnt and eaten alive.
Ubutumwa twoheza batwica n'abatujya.
The message that we can give to people who are killing us and eating us,
nugushigikira ababibohora.
we have to support those who are fighting to liberate us.
AFC hariya.
There's AFC there.
Harimo abajere nkatwe.
There are young people like us.
Dutegeza kubashigikira.
We have to support them.
Kubashigikira nukuza mu muryango w'abagwanashaka kuko babivuze.
To support them, you have to come in Bagwanashaka group.
Sinzi ko muri uno muhango sinzi ko twaririmba indirimbo imwe afande yakunda kuyiririmba ngo.
I don't know if it's permitted, so we can sing one song that Afande used to like.
Ngo chama chetu kina nguvu sana.
He sings our party is very strong.
Tulipiga bunagana tukapiga sinzi ko muhabura tukayiririmba kugira tu.
I don't know if you can stand up so we can sing it.
Kugira ko turihuta.
Because we don't have time.
Uravuga ngo chama chetu kina nguvu sana. Tuvuga ahantu afande yagiye abohora.
Let's say about where Afande has got us to.
Yabohoye Rurambo mwese murahazi, yabohoye muco hagati bita mu bijabo.
He fight and got Bijao Rurambo.
Yabohoye Bunagana.